afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever, what time it is, wherever you're watching this. Hello to you. So welcome back again to my channel, and if it's your first time, I am Bernice Wien and hope you enjoy my channel, hope you enjoy my videos. Subscribe, like, share, and support your homegirl. So anyway, so for today's video, we will be redoing my 2015 makeup, which is right here. As you can see, those eyebrows, those eyeliners, the lashes, girl. No, we don't do that in 2020 anymore. So we will try to revamp it, redo it, enhance it. Of course, today with Miss NC lashes. So I'll be redoing everything else, the same look, but everything is enhanced. The way I do my eyebrows, the way I do my eye makeup, and everything. So as you can see, I have my foundation laid down already. So for my foundation, I do use Fenty Beauty. I have my moisturizer. I cleaned my face before this. So this is my foundation, Fenty Beauty, under shade 140, and I applied it with my beauty blender. This is from Morphe, my sponge, my beauty sponge. So you can see it is used. I already did my foundation, and for my primer, I already have my primer down as well. Of course, I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer. So this is what I've been using lately. I think this is a new product. I got this from Amazon for like $10 each, so I got like 4. So anyway, so I have my foundation. We'll be redoing everything. I'll be filming everything else from this point on. So the next step will be my concealer. So for my concealer, I also use Fenty Beauty under shade 140 as well. And I'll just show you guys how I start my glam up. So I will just be putting it right below my eyes. Just kind of like make a little triangle there so you can see. Just drag it down a little bit, and then just use the other side. Pretty much right there. And just drag it down a little bit and just add a little more so that I can get like. So Fenty Beauty is kind of like a medium to full coverage. I do build up my foundation and my concealer as well. So then we'll just put right down below my nose. Oh, my hands are shaking. And then right on my forehead, just make a cross there. It's like Ash Wednesday. And then just on my chin here, just to kind of emphasize it. So I'm just like, this is pretty much highlighting the highest point of my faces as well, because as you can see, I have a very flat nose. I have a very Filipino nose, so we will try to make that pointy a little bit, and then just right here, because I do have reddish area there. Let's put a little bit more. Oops. Cover it right there. So this is how I put my concealer. I know it looks a little weird right now, but if you've been watching a lot of makeup videos, this is not your first time seeing this, so this is pretty normal to you. So for blending my concealer, I do use this flat side. So when I'm blending my foundation, I use the pointy side, as you can see. And then for my concealer, like I said, I use this flat side. It just lays it down a bit better for me. So, and of course, you're always going to contour and highlight based on your face. So you can see, there you go, it's blended, it's highlighted, it's like right there. So then we'll go on my nose, you can see, and then on my forehead, just kind of like blend it out a bit. And last, or I have my nose here, just blend it out a bit too. And then my eyes, just kind of like blend it, blend, just tap, dab. And I do put it on my eyelids as well, just so that it is kind of like priming a bit for my eyeshadow later. And I like to do my eyes last, just because it's easy for me to clean up a bit if ever. Like, some people do their eyes first, some people do their eyes last, or in between. I just like to do my eyes to very last, so we'll just, there we go. So now it's just blended right here. I know I look very white, I look like a ghost, but this is just a foundation and the concealer first. So after this, we will be setting it down with powder will just kind of clean my eyebrows a bit because I got foundation and concealer there. Just brush it with like a little spoolie like this, just to clear some foundation right there. And then there we are. So I don't bake my makeup unless I have to go on stage makeup or like do my pageant makeup. But for today, because I'm just going to the kitchen, well, after doing this makeup, so we'll be setting it down with powder, but we are not baking today. So for my setting powder, this is very this is like the main user that I use, the Laura Mercier. I'm not sure if I'm reading it right, but that is it. This is on the translucent powder, so we just kind of like shake it up a bit to just dab it so I can get powder out there. And for the under eyes, I use this kind of brush right here, so as you can see, there we are. See, oh, that's a lot of powder there. So it's just kind of this, so because I can get right underneath my eye, really precise compared to like the other like the powder brush that I used. Right, so we'll just start with that. As you can see, this is how it looks like. Just kind of like there. Let's get it there. And this is kind of like baking as well, but I don't like not as long as you would expect with baking, or like not as much powder as you would put with when I do my baking session. Just like, so let's just get in there for my under eye. So this is what I use for under my eyes, just so I can get it like packed on there, because I do have eye bags and they do crease a lot. So when I'm doing this, they don't crease, and it kind of like spreads because from the time that I put my concealer, I put the powder on after putting my concealer, it does crease a bit. So this kind of just like blends it out, the crease as well. So you can see, there we go. So under my eyes, this is what I use. For the rest of my face, I use just a regular brush like this to just blend it out. I do dabbing kind of like motion, and then at the end I do brush it out. But just, this is kind of like how I set my face more, just to make it more matte, because like throughout the day my face gets oily. I have a combination skin, so by doing this, because like I start with a dry face in the morning or like right after I wash my face, and then throughout the day, because I'm a very active person, it's like I sweat a lot, so this just kind of like helps it. And then under, like on my nose, because that's where it creases, and then my smile lines, my forehead. Then right after that, I just kind of like brush it off and just get rid of like the extra powder. Just kind of like, I know I look a little like a ghost, a Casper the Ghost, with very long hair and some ratchet hoop earrings, but just gotta start, like, trust the process. So yes, I think I have brushed everything out. And there you go. So this is the setting the foundation and concealer down. So after this, I don't do contour unless I have to. Like I said, I only do like super gorgeous contour and everything when I have to go on stage or like do my pageant makeup. So today we'll just kind of like shape my face with a bronzer. So to shape my cheeks, because I do have chubby cheeks, as you can see, like when I smile, like look at this, like I smile like this. If you're following me on my socials, you will barely see me with my smile with my teeth out, because it makes my cheeks look chubby. It makes me look fat. So somehow I just smile like this, like the little smile, and like you don't see my teeth. So basically this is how I do kind of like cinch my face. Like if you can cinch your waist, you can cinch your face somehow. So this is how I do it. I use the NYX Professional Highlight and Contour palette. This is like the light to medium palette. I think they have like a darker one, the medium to dark, but because I am a ghost, I do use the light to medium. So this is very cheap. It's kind of like the same as the Kat Von D. I think it's a dupe, but because this is cheaper than the Kat Von D's and the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I do use the NYX one. Ooh, I'm dropping things today. Alright, so I combine these two right here. As you can see, they're overly used. So this is what I do. I just kind of like tap it on both so I don't get too much, and then just kind of like suck in your cheeks in so you can get like a more precise cheekbones, or you can use the other end of the brush and just kind of like shape it, but I do the sucking in of the cheeks just to get it there. Just kind of like blend it out. So I do the tapping motion first and then blend out, just so I can get like the precise area of where I want it to go. Just tap it again. Because it's during the day, I'm not gonna go like extra like wild on it. For my bronzing area, there we go, just kind of like darken it up a little. I will be doing the same on the other side of the cheeks. And I have a very long sideburns, as you can see, so I try to blend it out with my sideburns. There we are. Yeah, so it's not like super duper like contour and like making your cheeks look small. It's just because it's like a during the day makeup kind of thing, and I'm just going to the kitchen, so I'm not going extra full on with a contour. I only cream contour when I have to go on stage. Just blend it out more. And we're gonna be blending this out more later with like a different brush. This is just to get it precise. As you can see, it's just like right in there. Like once you get it there, it's just like, it's so easy to just get it to the place where you want it to go, compared to like a different brush. This is from NYX as well. So let's just get it there. There we are. So as you can see, it kind of like made my cheeks kind of like my cheekbones higher and more precise. So with that going on, I use like a little kind of like this is supposed to be a blush brush, but I do use it for my bronzing. So I kind of go on the same palette, the same colors, and just tap it more and then get it done. And just kind of like blend it higher or lower, however that you need to do it. Of course, like I said, as a you person, you do your own makeup, you have to do your own contour. You contour to your own face. You just don't follow the other person's, because we all have different shapes and styles of face shapes. So just to get the right one. And of course, I will also bronze my jawline just to get a more sculpt jaw, just to look skinnier. I want to be a skinny legend. So anyway, so we'll just get right into the same color as well. Just tap it up a bit so you don't get like too much powder, because this is powder. Like I said, I only do cream contour with pageant makeup. Okay, let's just get in there. Oh my god. Other side. And just kind of like connect it. I connect it to my sideburns because I do have a long sideburns here. Just so it's not, there's no like harsh lines or like, ooh, there's no empty space there, like an awkward empty space. And then I do on my chins as well. Chins? I only have one chin. And just right there to just get it more. There we go, just to get it. Just sculpt my face. Just, there we go. I think it's a little bright, hey? Let's try to lower the lights. There we are. Alright, so, and then I do it on my forehead just a little because I have a pretty big forehead, like you can fit like 4 fingers there. So I just kind of like bronze my forehead a bit as well. It doesn't do like a big thing, like you can see, you can't really see a big difference. It just makes it kind of like you look bronzed a bit, because like if you're like me, I am very fair and light, and just this is just to add color to your face. So you can see, there we are, just blend, blend, blend. And then we'll be doing my nose, so I'll just put back my earrings on because I just kind of fell. Owie. I just pinched myself. So we'll be using the same contour palette to contour my nose, or like bronze my nose. So this is just how I contour it with this brush. This is from e.l.f, I believe. This is from e.l.f. This is how it looks like. It just kind of like more precise, kind of like a crease brush, but I do use it for my nose. So I'll just get in there and then just kind of like follow the line here. So you can see like I have just follow the line there. I start from my eyebrows and then down below all the way to my nostrils. Not in nostrils, like just right little on top. Ooh. Just a little on top. There you go. Oh, I'm getting text. So there we are. So we'll just kind of like do that a little on my nose. Oh, my eyelids are creasing. Let's just blend that out a bit because my eyelids are creasing. Like I said, I haven't put any primer on my eyelids yet, so we'll just blend. So as you can see, I have a very Filipino nose, so I want to make it more like, make a line there, just to make it a little bit more attractive, more pleasing to the eyes. Then I just bring it down a little bit. There you go. So I haven't done my eyebrows yet, so they're looking a little crazy right now. But here you are. So just after that, I just kind of like blend everything out just to make sure there's no harsh lines. Yeah, and of course you can always darken it up a little bit, and if it gets a little too dark, just get your powder brush again and then just kind of like brush it off just to make it lighten, just to lighten it up, just to retouch it. There we are. As you can see, it's like not like overly dramatic because like I said, I'm just going to the kitchen after this to eat my lunch, but that's just kind of like, this is my everyday glam as well, but this is just how I contour my face from everyday makeup. There we go. And then if you just want to make it more precise with like to highlight the high point of your nose, just kind of like tap it a bit. No add, like you don't have to add any extra product, just kind of like whatever's on your beauty sponge already, and just like tap it a bit, and then just to lighten up the high point there. So after my nose, we'll be doing my eyebrows. And I'll be using the Benefit one. This is just like the sample, kind of like the mini size. It lasts me long because I don't really do my makeup every day, only when I feel like it, especially with my work. It's really hard to wear makeup every day. It gets a little sticky, and like I said, I get oily throughout the day because I sweat a lot. So I don't do my makeup every day, only when I feel like it. So I just line up the bottom first, just kind of like trace. I do my own eyebrows. I plug my own eyebrows. So I shape my own eyebrows. I used to have like a very bushy eyebrows before, and I have to have unibrows. And like I said, you know, it's like that eyebrows there on that picture that we're trying to enhance or upgrade is ugly. Oh my goodness, like I don't know what I was thinking at the time. And that time I was just starting to learn how to do my own makeup. I think I wasn't even wearing foundation at the time, or like I was probably wearing, it just didn't match my face. It's very hard, like I just matched my foundation like maybe a year ago, but like so far, like from that point on, I don't match my foundation. I just kind of like eyeball and like, this looks like my shade, and just grab it. So my first foundation, like before Fenty Beauty came out, I was using e.l.f. It's just that they tend to get a bit oily, so I do have like those oily look, and compared to the Fenty Beauty, it just looked like Fenty Beauty is just way better for my type of skin. But like, I'm not saying that e.l.f. is bad, it's just like for me, the Fenty Beauty works better because I do get oily throughout the day, with especially with Calgary weather. It is a bit dry in the morning, and then I tend to get oily throughout the day just because of how Calgary weather is, because Calgary weather you can get all 4 seasons in a day. So that is pretty much it. Just clean it up a bit. There we are. So first eyebrows done. Just kind of like do the same. And for eyebrows, they don't have to be twins, you guys. They only have to be sisters or cousins. But they don't have to be twins, because as you can see, this eyebrow, I like this eyebrow better compared to this, but we will try to make it even. As long as they're fairly even, like you're good to go. They don't have to be twins. I don't think anybody has like a perfectly even eyebrow, unless I guess like you get it professionally done, or like get it tattooed, or like microbladed. But if you're just kind of like me who just does their eyebrows at home, they do their own eyebrows. I don't think you can get 100% symmetrical eyebrows, like the perfect twins, this identical twins. They could be twins, but fraternal twins, right? So there we go, just kind of like, and I only kind of like start here. I don't go all the way, unlike on that picture that those eyebrows. Oh my goodness, I think I start from here all the way to the end. So I don't do that anymore. This is how I do my eyebrows now, and just kind of like blend it out a bit. This is how I fill in my eyebrows, because oh my goodness, those eyebrows, nightmare. We don't do that anymore, but it's not acceptable in 2020. Just don't. Alright, so after my eyebrows, I'm gonna do my, not foundation, my blush. So for my blush, I use two different things for my blush. So first off, I use the Tarte one. This is on the shade Sensual. And then I use just like very thick, I broke it actually. Like, look at this, like, I'm pretty sad, but it still works. So I just kind of like close it out as long as like we don't get dirty. So as you can see, I've hit pan there, just kind of like dab it there. And I put it on the high points of my cheeks. So to do that, I smile. So you can just get it there. Apple, high point, apple of your cheeks right there. So this is like a little orangey, peachy shade. And it's very easy to build up, like you don't like get like super dark right away. So it's easy if you're just like, you just want to go like with that everyday makeup. Alright, there we go. And then my second blush that I use is a little darker. It is a bit more pink. This is just from drugstore. I think this is Physicians foundation. And I use a different brush, which is like a little more angled right here. Then just dab it there and just kind of like spread it out a bit more. And then through my nose, just add it a little bit. Just to darken it more, just to get a little more color. Because if you're like me, like I said, as you can see, I am like a ghost. So there we go, that's my blush. And like I said, I don't want to go crazy over dramatic, because I am just gonna be at home. So everything else in my face is laid down, my bronze, my blush, my foundation, my concealer, my eyebrows. We will start with my eyes. So to remake that eyeshadow, I think I just have to blend this out because I'm looking a little crazy. Like I said, like if you go crazy on your blush or bronze, you can always just fix it up a bit with your powder brush, so it's not as like crazy as you want. So to, like I said, to remake that eyeshadow look, we will be using the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. It smells like chocolate, and chocolate is like my best friend. Like, it is my absolute best friend. Aside from my mom and my boyfriend, chocolate is like my absolute best friend. So this smells like chocolate, so I love this. Too Faced is known for making palettes that smells like food. So we'll be using this. This is what it looks like. This came out in 2016. So I've had this since like 2 years, 1 year now. So this is what it looks like, and we'll be starting with primer, of course. So to use my primer, I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is an original shade. My boyfriend just texted me. And there we go. So we'll just prime those eyelids. Wait lang, Lavi. So we'll prime those eyelids. And I use my fingers to blend that out. So we'll just be blending that out. There we go. And I use my middle finger so that I don't put too much pressure on my eyes. Because too much pressure on your skin, especially around the eyelids. Eyelids have like a much more sensitive skin, and we don't want to irritate the skin there. Alright, so just blend, blend, blend. It's much easier to blend to like my primer with a finger compared to like a brush, so that I can just control it more. and like the warmth from your hands will kind of like help it blend a little bit more. Here we go. So my eyelids are now primed, and then we'll start with a white powder. We'll be setting that with the white powder, and as you can see here on the palette, there's the white there. Just kind of like dab that, and then just brush it on your eyes. Oh, wrong brush. So just brush it on your eyes. You can also use your finger if you like. Sometimes I like to use my finger, sometimes I like to use the brush, depending on the eye look. So that, there you go. Your eyes are primed, your eyes are set. And then we'll just be going with like a blending brush right here. This is from Morphe, the M441. And we'll be going with the light brown right here. It's like powder. Light brown right here, and then just kind of like dab it a little. This is just will be my transition color. Like this. So there you go. You kind of like tap it a bit so you don't get like very harsh color, like the very harsh pigment. Just get it to like the corner of my eyes and just blend it. And then a little higher than the crease. Like I said, this is just the my transition color. So just get it more. And then you can always build it up so you don't have to go like crazy on the first swipe and first brush. There we go. And then we'll just be doing the same on the other side. How are you guys doing anyway? Like, how are you feeling? How's your quarantine going on? Where are you from? And how's the situation in your area? Alright, so there we go. Like, it doesn't show right now. Like I said, this is just transition color. This will just help us blend out the other colors later on, so you don't have to go like crazy. This is a transition color, like I said. Like, it doesn't have to be like really like dramatic, because this is kind of like my look. Like, this is just an everyday kind of makeup from Black Pointers. That used to be my everyday makeup, and I don't know what palette I used in that, because that was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I don't even know. There we go. So we have our transition color down, just kind of like even it out a bit. There we go. So now that we have our transition color down, we'll be using this brush right here. This is from Urban Decay. You get this with the Urban Decay palette. So this is what I'm gonna use. And then we'll be going on a darker color a bit, which is this one, the Semi-Sweet Chocolate. Semi-Sweet Chocolate. And then just tap it a bit more, just so that we can get a more precise and not harsh color. There we go. And then we'll go on the inner, like a little bit inner corner, or like the outer corner, but a little bit more further into the eyes. Then just to darken it up a bit. So there we are. And then I'll just be starting here, and then we'll be actually dragging it down, but we'll just want to build up the color in this section first, because it's much easier to drag it down later and then building up color. This is like you want to build up instead of just going crazy right away. Alright. There we go. And then just lift that higher, and then now you can just like blend it out, drag it down, however you want to call it, but I will call it dragging it down. So just kind of like getting a more dimensional, more in-depth color. In-depth. Am I saying it right? In-depth color. Okay, just a little bit more. And then I'm putting this on the crease. I'm dragging it on the crease, like right where my eyes, like you can like feel it like right there. So that's where I am dragging it. I think the other side is darker, so we'll just be building up color a bit more. There we are. So now that I've dragged it down, of course we don't want any harsh lines, so we'll be going back to the first brush that we used, which is the Morphe M441, and with no adding extra product, just kind of like swipe in a swirling motion. This will just kind of like help it a bit more to blend with your transition color that we put down before this. There we go. Now that we've blended it, we'll be putting concealer on just to clear that side a bit, like on the main eyelid. So just kind of like, you don't have to put too much product, and for me to get like a more precise crease line there, I just kind of like put it right like that, and then just kind of like open my eyes, look up and down below, and as you can see I have like a line there that I can work with and spread. So I'll be doing the same on the other side. This is how I've been doing my crease line, my crease cut kind of style. So there we, oh, I forget the brush. So there we go. We'll just be using a brush to spread this out a bit, which is I will use the other side of the Urban Decay brush that came with it. So just kind of like blend it. There we go. Just to kind of like clear it a bit, so so when we put the white powder on, it'll be like more vibrant color compared to like not putting anything down. Of course, we can always fix that little thing there that kind of like got away from your grip. And then we'll be doing the same on the other side. Just blend it out a bit. Of course, we can always blend it out. Like I said, that's why you don't put extra, like you don't go over dramatic with the first color, because we're always gonna be blending out colors, especially with eyeshadow. You don't want any harsh lines. Here we go. So now that I've got my concealer down, we will be putting down my powder. So to do that, I will be using the same brush for that, and then just kind of swipe that on where how I setted my primer down. So it's not like, this is like brown neutral look. So just kind of like set down that concealer, and then we'll be blending out more colors just so that we don't get any harsh lines. Alright, and then we'll be going back with a M441 brush and just going on with your transition color and just kind of like spreading it there and swirl so you don't get any harsh lines. That's why transition color is very important, because it will just make it easier for you to blend out your colors, your eyeshadow, especially if you're doing like a cut crease kind of style. Go right ahead, just tap it, and then go to the other side. There we go. Swirl. There we go. So this is my finished eyeshadow look, and I'll be back to do my lashes, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, I am back. So this is the finished look, and we will be doing the lips. I think in that picture I was not wearing lipstick. I don't wear lipstick often. I just kind of like wear a lip tint, and yeah. So for my lips, of course, we'll be lining it with a lip liner, lip pencil Whirl from MAC. It's a nude style. This is what it is. This is what it looks. Here we go. And then we'll just be lining my lips. I do overline a bit because my lips are not that plump. So we'll just be lining it. I said this is not over dramatic. This is nude. Because like I said, after this I'll just be going to the kitchen to eat my lunch, even though I just ate. There we go. So my upper lip is lined. Lip liner is just very essential for me. It's like a must. It just keeps my lips like more plumped. It looks more plumped when I do my lip liner. Alright, there we go. And of course, I put lip balm first before I put any lipstick on, or lip gloss. So for this, we'll just be using a Nars. It's like just a little glitter. It's not glitter, shimmer. Because like I said, I don't like wearing lipstick because I eat a lot, and there's no point in wearing lipstick because I don't like redoing them. There you go. Alright. So this is the finished look, you guys. So I think I got the shirt down as well. I think I was wearing a different shirt, but it was white, and this was the style I was wearing. And I think, let's try to redo the picture. So I think I was doing something like this. Yes. So that was like the end of it. This is my finished look, and of course I'm wearing Miss NC lashes. Like I said on this title below, I'll be revamping this look with the help of Miss NC lashes. So I'll be putting down her socials as well, and she's a friend of mine. The business owner is a very good friend of mine. So I'm just doing this to support her business, to give her a shout out, and hopefully get everything, give her all the support that I could give. So this is what her packaging looks like, Miss NC lashes. I'm wearing Millions right now. It was a limited edition style of lashes that she's selling. I'm not too sure if she's still selling them. You could double check on her website. I'll be putting down her website, the link of her website below, and also her Instagram, her social. And then I'm wearing, like I said, I'm wearing lipstick, and this is what her packaging looks like. It is 100% luxury mink lashes. So in Calgary, she's doing a delivery right now to your doorstep. It is no contact delivery. You can pay with e-transfer only. She does not accept cash, especially with the issue going on right now. There's the coronavirus, so we just want to keep her safe while she's still keeping her business ongoing. And if you want to know how obsessed I am with her lashes, we will count how many pairs I've had so far from Miss NC lashes. So I have the one, which is the Millions right now, and then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, let's put it down, and 10. So far I think I've tried every single pair that she has, and my current favorite right now is the Millions. That is what I've been wearing lately. Even from my past video, that is what I've been wearing. So yeah, so this is my finished look. Hope you enjoyed my video for today, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Turn that notification on for the upcoming videos so you don't miss anything out from me, from my vlogs, and from my life updates. So for today, please, please, please stay safe and stay stunning, and just keep on being well. Stay smiling, have a great day, have a good life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!